Again in Chatham House, Tinubu delegates El-Rufai ordered to answer questions he was asked right there in Chatham House. Wow. So Tinubu delegates El-Rufai and orders to answer questions he was asked at Chatham House in London. How? So why did he go there? He just went there. So meaning he was not prepared, or probably that is too big for him. And he's going there to behave like a houseboy in front of all the small white people, rather than having a family outing with Nigerians that is going to lead and have a glorious beginning. Eh? This is how we sell ourselves to the whites. There was an interesting twist during a question and answer session after All Progressive Congress presidential candidate Bola Tinubu's speech at the Chatham House in London today. That is in London in December 5. Tinubu, who had addressed Nigerians in the diaspora on why he should be elected as president in 2023, delegated questions he was asked on how he would tackle some issues as president after his speech at Chatham House to members of his party. The former Lagos State governor asked Governor El-Rufai of Kaduna State to answer a question on how his Tinubu-led government would address insecurity. He also asked the Director of Strategic Communication of All Progressive Congress APC Presidential Campaign Council, Delegates, to respond to the questions on oil theft. Tinubu also delegated a former Commissioner for Finance in Lagos State, Wale Edun, to respond to a question on how he, Tinubu, would boost the economy if elected. So that is what is happening, right? So Tinubu delegated practically all the questions, a lot of the questions he was asked to those people that went with him. So how come he didn't answer those questions directly? Meanwhile, he was the person at the podium. So how did it happen? And this is the reason, and he could not get angry. Because if it's Nigeria, they ask him all those questions now, he will get angry. And he will start all these bragados and start being, being a bully. Start bullying other people. Now he went to that place now. They're asking him questions about several things, how he will lead Nigeria, and he's delegating them. He delegated to El-Rufai, governor of Kaduna State. All right. So why can't he answer those questions by himself? So now he asked El-Rufai to answer the question they asked him on how his government will address insecurity. Why will El-Rufai, who is going to be the commander-in-chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is actually the overall head of security operatives in the country, is he going to be El-Rufai? When he becomes the president, is it El-Rufai that will be commander-in-chief of the armed forces? So why would El-Rufai answer questions around insecurity in Nigeria? It means he doesn't know. That's the truth. It means he doesn't know. He doesn't know bit, or he doesn't know what to say about security in Nigeria. Now, Nigerians are already attacking him because of his Muslim ticket, and with him having someone like Shettima, who is accused of having a relationship with Boko Haram and bandits in Borno State, as his own vice president. So how can he handle insecurity that way? The same way this government has not been able to handle insecurity, because when it comes to the Fulanis headmen, the Boko Haram, Buhari's government will look the other way, all right, because they are his people. He already said before he came to power that an attack on Boko Haram is attack on the Hausas and the Northerners. It's attack on the North. So now that he has somebody like Shettima as his vice presidential candidate, if he gets to power, he can't fight corruption. He can't fight insecurity. It's the same way Buhari is treating bandits now. That's the way bandits will be treated under his government, under the supervision of Shettima. So now, why is he asking El-Rufai? El-Rufai that is sitting there in Kaduna, and bandits are killing the Christians in southern Kaduna every day. In fact, there is ethnic cleansing going on in southern Kaduna in front of El-Rufai. Now, last week or so, right there in Kaduna, the woman leader of Labour Party in Kaduna was killed, was murdered in cold blood. under the watch of El-Rufai. He didn't do anything about it. Is it the same El-Rufai that will answer questions around how Tinubu's government will handle insecurity when it comes to power? That is very wrong. He also asked the Director of Strategic Communication of APC Presidential Campaign Council, Dele Aleke, to respond to the questions on oil theft. So how will Dele Aleke answer questions around oil theft with all that we have been talking about oil theft in this country from beginning? And that is the reason Nigeria is having dwindling revenue from the oil production in Nigeria, and oil being the mainstay of Nigerian economy. So how will Dele Aleke answer that kind of question? All right. So it means that he said he worked in Mobil Oil. So where is the experience in the oil industry now? Because the Mobil Oil is actually was the down sector or the marketing sector of ExxonMobil in Nigeria. All right. So how come he did not put all of that experience into play? So how come as a presidential candidate at the level he has gotten to in politics does not know what is happening to the oil and gas sector, and he wants to be a president? And ironically, when he becomes the president, he's also going to be Minister of Petroleum, because it has been established now in Nigeria that the president will double as Minister of Petroleum. They will only create a ministry called Minister for States for Petroleum. All right, he reports to him as a president, as a Minister of Petroleum. So how can he be a Minister of Petroleum and does not understand the issue around the oil theft in Nigeria? That means the economy will collapse on him, because oil is the mainstay of Nigeria and you need to safeguard it. Now, wow, this one get as a B. I'm telling you, you really get as a B. You really get as a B. He also delegated the former Commissioner for Finance in Lagos State, Wale Edu, to respond to a question on how he would boost the economy if elected. So that one, so Dele Edu, how will Wale Edu, all right, who is in Lagos, answer question on how Tinubu's government will boost the economy of Nigeria? So all this one we're talking about, helping to restore the health of Naira, the exchange rate of Naira, helping to attract foreign direct investment, having to manage tax, having to improve the public-private partnership in Nigeria, having to provide the infrastructures that will help businesses to grow in Nigeria, such as energy and road infrastructure, all right, including the security matter as well. All of this infrastructure that will help development of businesses in Nigeria and help the economy. How to create incentives for the small-scale businesses and for the private sector, so that they can help in creating jobs and as well as increasing the IGR of the country. How will Wale Edu answer that kind of question for Tinubu? Is it Wale Edu that will manage it, or are you telling me that all these people he carried will become his ministers when he gets into power, so that they will run those shoes for him the way these people are running for Buhari right now? That is a serious one. So all of these questions, he didn't know anything about them, and he delegated these questions to other people to answer for him in Chatham House. Don't you think that is not a very good outing for him? It also proved that he does not have the fair knowledge of Nigerian system. He can't rule Nigeria. He does not have the right information. He does not have the right composure. He does not have the rudiments, what it takes to. He does not understand Nigeria. Let me use that way. It's all this Agbero method of politics that is going to bring in, because that is the way he is leading Lagos. But Nigeria is too advanced for that. I don't expect that to happen. All these are critical, pertinent questions, not even bothering on his person, bothering on how he understands Nigeria and what he will do to make it better. He couldn't answer them, and he delegated all of them to someone else to answer. That is a red flag. That means he will not be able to handle the issue of Nigeria if he eventually wins the presidency. That is the truth. So thank you for listening. That is the situation with Tinubu's outing in Chatham House in London, delegating all the pertinent economic and security questions they asked him to the people in his convoy, to his entourage, rather than himself answer those questions, proving that he does not have fair knowledge of Nigeria and the issues bedeviling Nigeria. So let's have your comment around this occurrence as well, and let's have it for sharing. And thank you.